We just started. We are live. Oh yeah, I gotta go into Discord.
Wait, is it going out to stream? Is it going out to stream? Am I? Well, you know what? Hangouts takes up. Oh yeah, Hangouts takes up less resources for sure.
Well, it's all integrated. It's streaming.
That's what she said.
Yeah. She was integrated. Yeah, you're right.
So where's your distinguished panel?
Right. Thank you for joining us tonight on Beyond the Strange /Hive/ whatever you want to call it. Oh, I'm freezing up now. That's great. Oh, now there's the video embed.
Who froze up, you or?
I did.
Inside your head or like your computer? Shut up. Sorry, cat.
No, I thought you were talking to your other self or something there for a minute.
No, he's out for the night.
Jerry Cthulhu, everyone.
Yo, yo, yo.
Thank you for joining us in the middle of this shit sandwich broadcast of Beyond the Strange and Hive. I'm going to keep saying that. Okay, where are we? Discord. There we are. We are also in Discord, by the way. If anyone belongs to the Cruising with Steak Discord channel or Beyond.
Well, you have your own, don't you?
Yes. The BTS
so
BTS chat.
Fucks. Promote your own channel.
Well, you're in there too. That's why. Unless you have your own.
I'm in yours too, and I do have my own channel.
All right. Well, everyone, just go to Beyond the Strange chat Discord. I'll definitely put a link there.
I think the cruising mistake might offend some of your listeners.
So BTS Dave, oh shit, he's Fail's looking for the link. Sorry, my man.
You put it into.
I put the wrong link in there.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah.
I hate when people say that.
I won't say it.
YouTube coming down on all you guys. Why? YouTube's not bothering us. We're too tiny. Like, man, you got 1,000 subs. Lucky.
Who?
No, you.
Me?
Yeah, no, the wall. Yeah, you.
But no longer than you.
I changed the name of my hive to Please Make It Stop instead of
Please Make It Stop.
I thought that went better with the trepanation image. I don't know. He's pretty determined.
All right, so I put that in there.
Put it in there. Put it in there. Get it in there good. Johnny.
Is Fail here yet?
No, sir.
All right. Hey, we got 4 viewers.
Ooh, I got 12 or 11 on my channel.
How you guys doing?
Hello.
So we just started. I don't know why it's just on Jerry, but that's okay. He's better looking than me.
Hardly.
It's kind of an experiment last minute.
I have a bigger dick, that's true.
Okay. I don't want to go up against you.
I probably don't.
It's a little strange.
It's beyond the strange, even.
It's a little bizarre.
Wait.
You went with that drill in the head, huh?
I did.
For the banner? I like
it. Yeah, you said it was too dark. Or it was a little dark.
Well, it was a little dark, but...
He doesn't look sad. He looks determined and focused. Like a power tool. With the power tool. And I just colored in his eyes and put the red on his head. He was all black and white. And that cool tattoo on his cheek.
Oh, that's what that is.
Well, I don't know what it is, but it's there. I was guided by my higher self to put it there.
Very good. Oh, why did I click on Chanter?
He's asking me.
2 people just dropped out. Well, I am so sorry, but I don't know.
They're laughing at us on our channel.
Oh, yeah?
On my channel.
That's great.
So I'll just say hey to everyone. Hey, Lee, Iowa, Adelaide. Mystery, Rhizome, yo, what's up?
So they're leaving my link and going to yours. Okay.
No, they're not.
I'll bet you they are.
There's no one in my chat from your channel. I think these are all my friends. Yeah, the grenade might, he's been on mine before. All these people are my regulars. It's our regulars.
Okay.
Not mine. Copyright strike from Black & Decker. Oh, wouldn't that be hilarious? I don't even think it's a Black & Decker tool.
Oh, Trish is watching us. Trish, you gotta get in here.
Trish, get your butt in here.
I know. Jane.
Your bottom.
Thanks for showing up.
See, now on my...
She is working.
On my stream, you should be able to see my eyeballs moving on my picture. Oh, you can. Or my thing.
It's working on mine.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, I can see.
Last time yeah. But when it's broadcast out, you don't see the animated GIF. I have an animated GIF set as my profile.
Oh, you're right. It's not.
But on mine, it is because I'm streaming a window capture, not. It doesn't matter. Never mind.
Trish is like, it's 4:30 a.m. next time.
Next time, what a wimp. She's been staying up till like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning talking. She's probably in another Zoom. That's what's going on. Her and Suzanne, I bet, are plotting against the planet, against the reptilians.
Did you need to have? You have to have a Gmail to be able to do that, right? To get in
what? There? No.
It sent the link. You should just be able to join.
Who can't join?
I don't know. Let me see if failed is having problems. Failed. Get in here.
We could just talk till they come.
I'm cool with that. But no, seriously, everybody, we were going to have a discussion with Jerry and Nish from the show that they do, Nox Mente. It's a very awesome show. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Am I pronouncing that right?
Which part?
Nox Mente?
Nox Mente, yeah.
Nox Mente. Well, but I've been meaning to ask you, what's with all the Spanish or Latin?
We like dead languages.
Okay.
They're powerful magically. I don't know. They're magically delicious.
Lucky Charms.
Oh, you took my Lucky Charms. We're not using Zoom, right?
You're using Zoom.
I am? No, I'm not. Closed it. Okay, get back to the... Okay, here we go. I couldn't find my...
I just exited Zoom.
Did you know?
Yeah.
I was looking...
I was going to say I have Discord open and Hangouts, and that's it.
Cool. Can you hear her?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the kitty's name?
This one is Slash.
Slash.
Savior of the Kittyverse.
Now everyone gets to see me text on my phone.
Wait, so what were the topics? I'm going to have to run the show tonight. Tonight we're going to discuss, I forgot. I remembered one thing, but I forgot what it was at the moment. Don't tell me.
Well, I kind of still wanted to talk
California fires. The fires you wanted to talk about.
Yes.
So I put in my description that, you told me you had like 3 things. I only remembered one was the fires.
Well, this is kind of where I'd like to try to get Suzanne in here because, she lives...
She's not home.
She's not home. She lives north of me.
Right.
And the fires are close to her too as well. I think they are called the county fires where she's at. And where I'm at, it's called the oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank.
It doesn't matter. Nobody cares if it's in Northern California somewhere.
Well, it's just the thing is Suzanne was betting that the fires were going to actually come together.
She was betting, or that was her evil plan.
I don't know if it was her evil plan. But, I was hoping it wasn't anybody's plan for that to happen, but they're pretty much contained, though, I guess, because before there was a lot of ash in the air, and I was looking out my window. That's what I was doing. Today it was pretty clear skies, pretty blue, as a matter of fact, with the little wisps of chemtrails in the air.
It rained here all day. It's been raining here lately. Last 3 days.
I wish it rained here.
No, it's Fox. It's 85 degrees and 75% humidity. But the real feels like 106.
That's gross. That's a gross feeling.
Like touching worms. It's kind of a gross feeling.
But we were going to talk about, if she was to come on the show, we were going to talk a little bit about that. But I really wanted to discuss it because I want to know what the plan. So it's somebody's plan. I think it's somebody's plan. I mean, it's a rabbit hole. It's a conspiracy, in my opinion, that these fires are going on. I know it's fire season, but it's way too early for that. Why'd you mute?
I was typing.
Oh, it's okay.
Looking for Suzanne and failed. Can't get in because it's asking to add a Hangout plugin.
Running.
Suzanne. Wait, Susanna. After the kids go to bed, it's just me and Dave. It's just me and Dave. Total crash. Shit show. Okay. Hurry. Okay. Trail can't get in. And it keeps asking, clear cache. Oh,
what?
Join in incognito mode.
This is why I need to get Zoom and OBS to work.
Full shift and opens an incognito window, right? I don't know if I type.
It was working, by the way. The stream was working earlier.
It's all working good.
Yeah.
Working good.
But it's all right. Anyway.
So I don't know anything about vampires or those fires, so we should talk about some other topic.
We'll wait till Suzanne comes in about the fires. I mean,
it could be an hour.
That's okay. We don't have to talk about the fires.
Oh no, I'd like to. I think
you know last year that we had these similar fires in Santa Rosa, California. You know about that, right?
Yeah, and up in Napa, I remember that, and I remember the tree that was burning from the inside out. That was kind of cool. Not completely impossible.
Well, of course. I mean, I'm sure sap is highly combustible, right?
Right. It's no indication of directed energy weapons. Not that those don't exist. I don't know. But that was pretty cool. That's all I remember about that fire. It was widespread. I heard a lot of conspiracy theories that it was they were set on purpose by vandals or the cabal or whatever. Them, I don't know anything more than that. As to the actual cause.
That's my question. Is it that easy to make everything into a conspiracy?
Totally. It's totally easy.
It's too bad. I mean, because I really don't know where to go from here, Jerry. It's like I've heard a lot of stuff. I'm almost hearing recycled stuff. Shit, actually.
Oh yeah, totally.
You know, and now
it's the summer reruns, you know.
Yeah, it is pretty much. I know the other shows are doing the same shit, you know. But like, for instance, have you seen the video that Leo put out on the Discord channel for BTS?
No,
it's a flat Earth one.
I may have. I don't recall. Just because it's flat Earth doesn't mean I'm going to go watch it.
It's pretty good though. You should check it out. They make a really good argument. I mean, there's a lot of these researchers. These guys say they're researchers. See, that's the thing. You just really got to do your own research. And how are you going to come up with all this equipment, all this knowledge of, say, the curvature of the Earth starts at such and such point, right? And these guys have set up these laser points to where it's a straight line. But supposedly, a dome should start a curve should start happening where their line is drawn.
Correct.
And what's happening is there's no curve. They're getting a perfect line connection.
There are anomalies with the whole curve thing.
You mean like on a GoPro fish lens or something like that?
No. I mean like on the alleged ball we live on. There are problems observing the curve of it. It seems to be impossible unless you use a GoPro camera.
I mean, they've already discounted gravity as an actual source. That it's magnetism.
Maybe.
And other things involved.
It's some kind of coupling with. It's a field coupling with the planet of some sort. I don't want to label it as gravity. I don't know if it is. But where they're at isn't really space either. It's just like close inside the Van Allen belts, right? Like on the ISS and stuff.
I suppose. I mean, it's just really.
There he is. How did we get on fake space stuff already? That was pretty fast.
There he is. Fake stuff. Space fakes.
Yeah, all the space nonsense.
It's moving quickly.
No, what were we talking about though? Really,
flat Earth.
Something in the upper atmosphere. Oh, the curve though. You're talking about the curve being unobservable.
Right.
It is.
Thanks for joining us, Failed. By the way,
it is interesting. You get all this equipment and do these experiments, but now what? You're still going to be looked at like a nut job. No one's going to acknowledge that work.
I like the guy that went up in his own rocket.
In the 1800s?
No, just recently. I don't remember his name.
The flat Earth rocket guy. He crashed.
The flat Earth rocket guy. Yeah, he did crash hard. He like broke his spine or something because he landed too hard. But still, kudos to him for putting the initiative out there. Right?
I guess.
I know it. I mean, it's insane, but
it's more of an embarrassment to hardcore researchers who are doing, real interesting measurements.
But I don't understand how he thought he would lift off with water pressure.
Because he did it before when he jumped the Snake River Canyon.
Yeah, but that's what? A kilometer? A mile?
I don't know. I'm kidding. That was Evel Knievel who did that.
I think to get up to space it'd be a lot more than that, right? So
I don't know. He would probably bounce off the dome first.
Yeah, the water dome.
The NASA
the
dome.
Aquarium glass. It's the aquarium glass.
It's the Thunderdome.
That's what I feel like we're in, under an aquarium glass.
And it gets hot and sweaty when you point a hot light on it for a long time.
Oh yeah,
like a sauna. James can't get in either.
It was tough. I had to download Google Chrome to get in. So maybe that works.
I should look at the chat. Hello, chat people.
I'm going into Discord right now. Let them know you might have to use.
What's up with those video glitches? What are you seeing there?
Chrome. What video glitches?
Someone's asking me.
Is my video glitching again? Because mine does that sometimes.
Brandon, you want to come on? Do you know Brandon Young?
Yeah. I don't think we only talk in like Twitter and stuff, but I don't think I've actually and in chat. But yeah, definitely.
Oh, why are you guys all here? Did CW just finish up or something? Randall's in here, and
are we the only show that's on now? That's pretty bad.
That's sad. That is. Right, we need topics, people. What do you want us to talk about? What would you like us to? It's not doing it on Dave's stream, so it's my stream's goofing, huh? Wait. I'm not seeing Jerry.
Brandon.
Yeah, I'm not on video tonight. Because I'm streaming the Hangout. Unless I select myself, you won't see me, which is kind of the way I like it.
I might have Brandon in my.
I did hear Wilcock resign from Gaia, but I heard it from like someone else who heard it from someone else. I heard it on. I believe I heard it yesterday. Believe it or not, from Kent Dunn, who said both them, he and Corey Good, quit from Gaia.
Aren't they the only ones that actually bring people into that?
I don't know. You can see me now.
So if they were to quit,
I'm sorry, what?
Who would Gaia have left? I said if they were to quit, then who would Gaia have left?
Kent Dunn did. Who would Gaia have left? Everyone else who Gaia has. Jay Dyer, Jay Widener. I don't know.
Oh, this Jay.
I'm just asking because I have no idea.
I don't know anything. I said I heard this from. I was watching Joe from the Carolinas, who was talking to Chris Zuger, and they were talking about him not working with them. And there was another live stream too. I thought I saw, but it might have just been the two of them. Anyway, that's actually where I got it from. So I don't know if it's true. I haven't really researched it. It doesn't really matter. I don't think. It's just more drama in the blue chicken verse. Get out of here.
The blue chicken verse.
I couldn't think of it better. A Poyo verse.
I like the Poyo verse.
Yes.
The poultry verse.
Poultry verse. I would have to see what it says and how it comes out in Latin.
I really do like the whole blue Indian chicken story.
That's good mummies.
Dude, I really thought that like cat people were going to be the first contact here in September, on September 23rd, 2016 or whatever, 2015. I was like, oh my God, tell my parents, there's going to be cat people coming. Oh man. Yeah. There's good stuff. Good drug there.
Thanks for joining us, Tennant, Booth, and Marlon. Good to see you.
Marlon.
What happened to the Nazca mummies? This is in my my chat room, by the way.
Oh, real questions. Okay. They were proven fake? No, I don't know. They were proven paper mache.
Well, no, not really.
No, they were old things, but it was humans. They did DNA.
Weren't they like really disfigured humans?
Well, didn't they like manipulate the fingers or something like that?
That's what I had heard. It was just the way they bound them and then they, fused together, etc.
I mean, they find a lot of elongated skulls down there in Paracas, don't they?
Don't they band their skulls when they're kids and then make it grow that way?
Oh, that was in Venezuela? I thought it was in Peru.
No, it was in Peru.
Yeah, it was in Peru. Caracas is in Venezuela. I've actually been to Caracas.
You speak Spanish too?
Poquito.
Hola.
Muy poquito. Mi español es muy malo. I watched this woman on YouTube. Her YouTube name is Marisol Pink. and she's I don't know, Martha Stewart from Cuba. And she talks really fast, and I try and listen to her and get the recipes. It's like really good training if you want to learn Spanish. And she's funny too. She throws jokes in there, so you got to pick up on the jokes too.
Apparently, I look really pale.
It's the fluorescent lights.
Yeah, I can turn them off, I guess.
I think you look fucking sexy.
Trying.
As usual.
As usual, yes.
I just want to get up there and hump on your leg. I threw it on the ground. Oh man, that was the funniest thing I heard.
On the ground.
I watched it again like 3 times today. Like, that's so funny. That's very sad.
Sorry, I had a puppy problem.
Tell those kids to get back to bed.
No, they're actual dogs.
Oh.
I did tell the kids to go to bed though, but
see,
pets are so high maintenance.
Trish is still up. See,
I told her to come in, but she said she needs to sleep, which obviously she's not sleeping now.
Not sleeping at all.
We caught you.
All right, so wait. I asked everyone to give us a topic, and I don't think anyone gave us any. Wait,
we got the mummies nailed down.
Suzanne's in chat. I see what's going on here.
The BTS chat there and on the YouTube channel, they're talking about the Nazca mummies still.
The Nazca mummies, yeah.
They did a remote viewing on the mummies that they saw on F2B. I missed that one. I'm sorry. I didn't see the F2B episode with that.
Did watch a little mini documentary where they're taking the mummies and getting them x-rayed and stuff. And there was a lot of things pointed out while they were handling them. They're saying that if they were ancient mummies, the way they were handling them and all the cloth was breaking up and falling apart. Like, it was very suspect.
Well, it's freaking Jaime Maussan. I'm sorry, Jaime, but you know.
But you fool me once.
Thank you.
Shame on me.
And Don Schmidt.
Yeah, they didn't actually sequence it properly. I'm reading the. I don't want to read this article, but I'm kind of skimming it. So, it's in limbo. I'm sure it's not an alien. It's $1. It's not an alien.
Do you think if humans are 1 in a million shot, we're here, what says that there aren't any other humans on any other planet and that the aliens look exactly like us? So how would we know if we saw an alien or not?
Exactly.
That's my whole point. Are they going to be reptiles? Are they going to be blue chicken avians? Maybe, but there's also a possibility that they look human just like us, and we can't distinguish them from.
Maybe there's a Roger Rabbit planet, and they all look like cartoon characters. That would be awesome.
Toontown.
God, that would be freaky.
What's his name freaked me out at the end of the movie?
Aliens are pale too.
Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd is an alien, I think. I think he's an alien.
He's played some interesting roles.
As aliens?
Well, no, as freaks, for sure.
Oh, but he has played an alien.
Do you remember Martian?
My Favorite Martian and Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension.
Was he was John Big Boutte?
Big Boutte.
Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
I remember John Big Boutte. I love that movie, by the way. And John.
Everyone was saying big booty, and he's like, Bootay.
Bootay. Yeah, and Dr. Emilio Lizardo. What was the other one? There was big. Everyone's name in that movie was, all the aliens' first names were John, and then they had stupid last names.
Right.
Like made up ones. But they were made up, but they weren't words. They were actual people's last names. But some are French and German one. Yada yada. I
gotta watch that again.
It's not that great.
Just for the hell of it, though.
You go back and watch these old movies you watched when you were a kid. Like, try and watch Three Stooges. Now it's like, oh my god, this is horrible.
I can watch it though.
You can, but it's like it doesn't have that I can't take my eyes off it appeal anymore. That it had
Suzanne!
Yay! What color is my hat? Oh, 5G.
The internet.
Hey guys.
Internet of Things.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us. Sorry, it's Hangouts.
I was just gonna say, don't give it out in the live chats. I've seen somebody have their Hangout taken over.
It's a blue
and they
hat.
got booted off.
Blue hat.
It's a blue hat.
Word of warning.
I'm guessing the colors of hats in chat.
What are we word of warning?
Hmm?
What happened to a Hangout that got kicked off?
If you put it in the live chat, I saw one where a guy came in and took over a live chat.
Well, that's sweet.
Or put it in he took over the Hangout.
He can't, I'm masking it.
Oh, okay.
This can't be
I figured you might be
hijacked.
doing something, but it was Jim Lee, and he was like a super hacker. So
What's a Jim Lee?
you know Jim Lee from ClimateViewer.com.
I don't know who the hell Jim Lee is. And
I want somebody.
All you need to have is
fun.
ability to pause the screen and type something into the browser to take over a Hangout. You don't have to be brilliant. Clever.
Yeah, apparently he didn't know it could happen. He got kicked off, and they started streaming porn, so his channel got yeah.
Not cool.
It was bad news. Just warning.
Yes, Curly's antics are immortal. Those are the parts that made me laugh the most. And when Mo gets hurt. When Mo gets hurt, I laugh. And when Curly does stupid shit, I laugh. But Larry plays that middle child victim role so well. It's ubiquitous. It don't really make me laugh anymore. But anyway, I digress.
God, this fucking cartoon is about ready.
This fucking cartoon, baby, it's driving me insane.
Oh, I can't stand these.
I can't stand these. Left me hanging on that last verse.
Which one is it?
They really piss me off.
They really pissed me off.
Which one
Someone
is it?
pulled out their
Incredibles?
balls in the CW once. Sweet. Actually, I was naked for a hive too one time. That was embarrassing. Yeah.
No, I mask it by cropping out the URL in the browser. It's not visible on the stream. Ryzen was asking me.
Okay.
Someone pulled out their balls on CW show once. God, it was Spencer Robotics. It had to be.
Oh my god, that guy.
Or Ian, one of those two. Those are the only two people I would know that would pull their balls out. Who was it? Which one? Brandon.
What they do? A turkey neck?
The Batwing, actually. It was the Batwing.
It's the Gobbler.
It had to be.
What's that called? The Glottis or whatever? No. It's CW Chanter's channel, not the CW. Well, I still put my bet it's one of those two people. Failed to get naked. Trish wants to see you naked, failed.
Maybe later.
Do you have a tub in your
You
room?
Are we going to talk
just
about
go
something
back
or
in the
keep
hive.
around?
Oh, we can get back to the fires.
Okay.
The fires?
You don't
Jerry,
have to.
I think Jerry doesn't. Jerry's like, I don't really want to talk about the fires.
No, I thought you were going to talk about that show or whatever.
No, Dave, this is your show.
Which one, Noxmente?
And we're like bullshitting.
No, not Noxmente. What you guys were talking about in Discord today?
What were we talking about in Discord today?
I don't know. The one you yelled at me about.
So the fires in California this year, are there any weird conspiracies surrounding the fires? Because I remember last year the power companies were deliberately setting them on fire or something.
Well, Suzanne and I have been talking about the whole PG&E thing, how everybody was blaming PG&E or they were taking the blame for it or whatever, and it just didn't seem like it was correct.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, wasn't there the one city that was like burnt to a crisp, and the trees were still
there. Everything was, the freaking cars were melted.
Yeah, and the trees were still standing beside the car.
Right. I mean, do fires like that? Do they melt metal like that? I mean, cars like that. I mean, car fires don't do that shit. You know what I mean? When a car explodes or catches on fire.
Well, there have been some examples of that in the past.
Okay, but I mean, I don't know how direct energy weapons work. I just know a little bit, right? But
I've seen the white papers. I know they work.
I mean, is that feasible?
Oh, it's not too bad.
It might be feasible. I mean, why are we getting the Space Force feasible
now? Yeah, right?
I don't think Jerry believes that.
Jerry and I are going to join the Space Force.
I have not researched weather modification stuff any deeper than shit they did for the Chinese Olympics or the alleged rainstorm creations against, I think it was in Iraq. I really haven't looked any deeper than the military uses that have been public. Because anything, even HARP and its capabilities is all speculation. So I try to avoid looking at. I mean, I don't not look at everything like that. But when I research something, I will only go as far as its military use. I don't know if it was used to create fires. I heard people saying that they were using the weather weapons to move those hurricanes around last year, Irma and Harvey. I don't know if that's true. Why do they have to be moved? Why were they moved? I mean, what's the reasoning behind doing that? And could it be something else doing it? Like maybe all the radar stations.
Disaster capitalism, dude.
But then I heard people talking about, who was that? Man, I don't remember who it was I was listening to, but they said that I know who it was. It was, whatever. They all prayed together, call it what you will.
It was Simon.
To have Irma's impact lessened. Was Simon?
I saw that
with my Simon Parks.
Not Simon Parks, no. I would not talk about that.
They did something else.
They stopped CERN, allegedly.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I saw that on Michael Lee Hill's Facebook page.
Yeah. It was David Perkins who said it.
There's been a couple examples of hurricanes that changed directions and turn around. Those are fun.
Like the one on 9/11.
Or like
one on 9/11.
No, the 9/11 one. Yeah, nobody ever talks about that. There's a hurricane heading there, and then they just stopped it.
It's like it's not that I can't believe these things exist. I just wouldn't. It's not my first choice.
I gotta say hi real quick to the Egyptian princess.
The Egyptian princess. Does she know any other princesses?
She's a good friend. We go way
Hello,
back.
Egyptian princess.
How we doing?
Does she know the Egyptian magician?
Egyptian magician.
I am the Egyptian magician.
I am the best.
I can punch myself in chest.
I can make my chest disappear.
Make my chest disappear. Ah!
Fucking jerky boys. Some funny shit.
So yeah, I don't know if they're modifying the weather. I don't know if they're spraying chemtrails on us.
We don't know for a fact, like fact.
Yes, we do. Operation Popeye.
Operation Popeye.
Yeah, Vietnam.
Was that
It's
defoliation?
a proven fact. What?
Was that a defoliation protocol?
No, that was Operation Ranch Hand, among many others.
Mm-hmm.
My dad flew cover for them.
Then why is it still happening?
Oh, the baby's awake.
That's what I want to know.
I gotta let my cats in. Hold on.
Wait, your cats are meowing?
Oh, great.
Oh, no, I had a baby.
More fireworks. Now my dogs are going to freak out even more.
Oh, you should have heard. You should have seen Grim. The dogs would not stop barking.
Not bad.
Is that somebody else's baby? Grim took his headphones off. He was just like, oh my God.
Sorry, buddy. James couldn't get in for some reason. He's going to start a show with Adam Loyal, he said. So that ought to be good.
Oh, yeah.
On CW or, yeah. Cruise Mistake.
No, I think they're doing a new show called Cat in the Box. It's remote viewing. They do a lot of remote viewing tests. So they'll mail each other a box full of knickknacks, and then target. They'll try and remote view the target.
He did mention remote viewing. So Discord is a wonderful thing, people. If you guys get the chance, please join either CWS channel or Beyond the Strange chat Discord channel. We kind of all work together. It's all good. So, anyways.
Yeah,
back
that's
to
how
the
you
topic at hand. Yes. And Leonidas and everyone else. It's all good. Trish. Actually, Trisha, I heard her on Nox Mente with Jerry and Nish, and I thought that was pretty awesome. That was a great show, by the way.
It was with Suzanne and I, not Nish.
No, you're right. I'm sorry, Suzanne.
Thank you, though. And we did a second, like a follow-up swapcast with Grim and James. Like
with Trisha, the numerologist.
With Trisha, the numerologist. The spiritual numerologist.
Ah, yes. Can't forget that. Check out her show on YouTube all the time. They're awesome.
Saucers.
I think we should start a live tarot reading Patreon page. Just go do live tarot readings all day long.
I don't know how to do that.
Me neither, but we can learn. Why not get paid while you do it?
No, I mean, I don't even know how to do a tarot reading.
I'm kidding.
I don't. I'm serious.
Learn.
Yeah, just read lots of books and follow your intuition.
Brandon's married?
That's all it is.
Yes, Rhizome, this is Dave BTS. Adelaide, I already beat you on that one.
Dude, Tarot Marathon.
Oh, Trish, Trish is going to do another Cruising with Steak. What is it going to be about?
Trish, you need to come in here. Come on. Just for a little bit.
Stop bugging her.
You scare her away.
Oh.
Dude, I didn't even know you were married. It's crazy.
Who, Brandon?
Yeah. Honestly, I thought he was gay.
Oh my god!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Holy shit!
I did not know that. Congratulations. I seriously thought you were a single guy.
Oh, that turned into a big screen. Well, I was going to send Brandon a invite. Or did you already do that, Jerry?
He got it.
Oh.
This has been fascinating.
This has been fascinating.
Okay, what do you think about?
Sorry, Liam got a bloody nose.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's talk about. Let's talk about the IG report and the Senate hearings. Are you following that at all?
Not necessarily. Just what I hear on mainstream media.
What's mainstream media saying?
Are we talking about Trump?
Yeah,
and,
we're talking about
the EPA.
No. FBI the DOJ.
Well, I thought the EPA thing is kind of interesting though, because.
But it doesn't involve treason, so it's less important.
But it involves chemtrails.
Okay, go ahead. I guess chemtrails are more important than treason.
Well, and we get treason all the day.
Right.
No, I mean, I don't know, man. I hate politics. So,
as much as we all hate politics, you know, the Constitution could be in crisis. We could have a problem. You know, what if? You can't ignore things completely or they'll get out of whack like they kind of are. And we can't, you know, it needs to be fixed.
Truthfully, if you look at the situation in your country, I think it's been out of whack for too far, and it's too far gone now, in my opinion.
But why is it just our country?
We're talking about your country. That's why. If you want to talk about socialist Canada, well, we're already gone to the point where you guys are headed. You don't want to be here.
I mean, why limit it? Why limit to just North American continent? I'm talking about the whole world. Shit's happening everywhere. There's no safe haven anywhere. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. That's my reality, if you will.
Just encompasses the whole world.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a downer or anything. I'm just saying, it just seems like shit's happening everywhere. England's getting overran by Muslims, and North Korea's looking pretty good, I guess.
Yes, untapped resources.
You don't think North Korea is just like a puppet government, run by the CIA?
Yeah, but what would be the point of having a dictatorship country run by the CIA? And they're under so many sanctions, they can't trade with anybody. The only person they can actually trade with is China, because China doesn't give a shit. Right.
So the people suffer, and whenever we need a bad guy to make a distraction in the news, right? Gonna launch rockets at you. Woo! Right? Isn't that what happens? And then there's a Twitter war, and then the next shit happens the next week. There's a school shooting like in between each one. It's kind of a giant pattern.
You get all the false flags.
So here's my QAnon theory, my latest theory, that this QAnon thing was either from the beginning or at some point hijacked by let's call them the deep state, right, for lack of a better term. It was so and became a deep state psyop in order to provide a distraction against the Senate hearings, what's going on with the Inspector General's report, and all these crimes that are being kind of demonstrated by the questioning that's going on and the report itself. And it's moving very slowly. And QAnon is kind of giving people this narrative that it's moving slowly, but all these sealed indictments are going to be against the deep state, and they're all going to be taken on at once, and it's all going to be this glorious thing, right? So, and like Mueller has actually turned, and he's searching for like all the Clinton shit, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's just, you know what it is. So I think this is a distraction. A, B, it's a deep state psyop to provide the blame. So when nothing happens, right? People who were in the QAnon cult, if you will blame Q for being wrong. They will not blame the government for not cleaning up the mess or charging these people with the crimes they committed. They'll blame Q for being wrong. And there'll be a big distraction over that. So it's a giant distraction pool, sucker, whatever you want to call it. That's my theory.
So, question about QAnon. Is there reporting on QAnon at all?
You broke up, what?
Is the mainstream media reporting on QAnon at all?
That's a good question, because I don't
think so.
I haven't seen anything on QAnon.
I think HuffPost wrote an article about it once, or something like it got like that high, if you want to call that a highness level in media.
But it seems like QAnon is coming out with these fantastic things all the time, and it's not reported in the mainstream media at all, which tells me that
it's chatter on an anonymous forum. Why would they report it? It's only made important by the people who repeat it.
If there's these great revelations coming out of QAnon, then it's huge news, would it not be? Especially
unless it went against the agenda of the corporate media. Yes, it would be important news.
It just seems to me like it's a troll in what's it called? That website that I never go to.
Reddit.
Reddit. There you go. Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
So, to me, in my own personal opinion, I think it's just some guy claiming to be somewhere, and it's nothing but a joke to him.
Yeah, somebody said the other day that because QAnon mentioned the Bible.
Wait. Everyone that's watching, we know it's fake news. We're just discussing.
Yeah, we know it's fake.
We're discussing the origin and purpose of the fakeness.
What part of the fake news is it, though? Q?
It's all fake news.
Yeah,
the whole thing is fake. The guy is not intelligence. It's a group of 4chan guys or 8chan guys. It's probably involved with the Cicada 3301. It's a puzzle. It's a quiz and a puzzle and a Patriot thing, all wrapped up into a psyop that I think was co-opted, as I said, by the agents of whatnot. Anyway, yeah, if I were a male, yes, I'm male. As far as I know.
Somebody's asking if you're male?
Adelaide is.
No, I think she's asking hate.
No, I saw Rhizome say it's getting silly, I'm leaving. I suppose that's silly.
Well, no, it's silly, but people talk about Q all the time. I think it's complete garbage. I don't know why anybody listens to it, because it's clear to me that it's a psyop testing all of the internet.
But I don't want to jump to call it a psyop, though. I mean, I do call it a psyop, but I think it should a proper label for it should be performance art.
A distraction.
That's good.
I really think it's.
But what is it distracting from? That's my whole point.
Well, how all the shit that's going on.
Yeah, but you know, the fucking Han Solo movie is a distraction too. And
okay, well, what if they're trying to
the World
single
Cup
out all the Patriots?
The World Cup is a giant distraction.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I mean,
Super Bowl
distractions are around us daily. That's just one that attracts a niche, whatever you want to call it, of people that don't usually fall for distractions. It's better targeting, if you will.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Point
what if they're just trying to figure out who all the Patriots are? What if it was Alex Jones and he was trying to see who would go to Civil War?
It could very well be an experiment that's taking in data through an AI to teach it about the habits of patriots and the patriot people and whatnot. That's a larger cross section of like preppers and I don't know what the Tea Party people, those types, you know.
Yeah.
Sociological, yes, that's a good term.
Social engineering.
Well, no, Mystery said it was a sociological construct of diversion.
Oh.
It's all snooty and stuff. Yeah, Grenade, I know about quantum computers. If you've ever heard, what's that guy, Anthony Patch? Anthony that talks about
Anthony Patch.
World Simulator. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to know what kind of programming language they program quantum computers in. And how do you deal with multi-threaded applications in a quantum way?
I get frozen.
I want to know how that's what's frozen?
The D-Wave computers are in like deep freeze.
Yeah, well, they have to be.
Yeah.
Kind of like they have to edit the picture of the globe in Photoshop. It has to be.
That's right.
No.
Oh, I love that.
Well, even Google Earth is like up and down.
No, they've only got a picture of it in strips.
Yeah, Google Earth is
aren't far enough away. They can't get far enough away to get a picture.
Dude, I have images of planes flying back and forth
from the moon
in this grid pattern on flight radar.
So,
well,
there's flight lanes, well-known flight lanes.
No, flying up and down, like covering a whole town. Like it's massive. It's like
it was like
6 miles wide.
Maybe it was something to contain the smoke.
It wasn't even a fire back then.
Mm.
I don't know what it was, and it wasn't over a town.
I've seen planes flying next to each other, like in formation, leaving trails.
Oh yeah, I know. You have some videos though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I've seen it all.
I've seen it all.
I had a video of, they talk about those big white planes that leave chemtrails. And there was one flying around in a grid pattern where I'm from. And then 2 jet fighters intercepted it.
Really?
And flew around with it for a bit. And then the jet fighters flew back to base and the big plane left. This was all like a 15-minute span. I could see the whole thing. I'm like, what is going on? And yeah, that was different.
Were these performing? Wait, did they get close to it? Like, were they refueling?
No, they weren't refueling.
Okay, because they have mid-air refueling.
Oh, I'm very much aware of that. I live beside a military base and see jets all the time. I don't see these big airplanes all the time. And when they do grid patterns, you can really tell because there's nothing but blue sky and then clouds.
Blue sky.
And I'm in the middle of nowhere in the wilderness, so you notice. You don't get jets flying over top. So when you see a big plane, you're like, oh, what's that one?
That makes you 10 times sexier, brother.
That's right.
Being hidden away in the forest like that. It's like an Easter egg waiting to be found.
Yeah. Come and find me. Well, now I'm in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know any Nickelback songs.
So, dilemma, huh?
Yes. Suzanne comes across with an example of dilemma spelled with an N.
That's
Dilemma.
right. Dilemma.
Are we talking Mandela effect?
Nope. We're talking.
Some people would call it a Mandela effect, yes. It was changed.
They stopped spelling it that way. But after they taught us how to spell it that way.
Fuckers.
I know. I'm like, you're pronouncing it dilemma, but it's spelled dilemma.
It's a silent N.
Makes no sense.
Dilemma.
Yeah.
Dilemma. Dun, 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 dun.
Nice.
Here you go. If everyone can see that, I should be able to see that.
I got a question from my chat. It's Marlon wants to know, is anyone looking into the portals Grant Cameron is talking about in Mount Shasta?
No.
Got me.
What portals in Mount Shasta?
Perhaps they're womb chakras of the world. Can you guys see that on screen? Oh yeah, they can see it. See, dilemma with an N. I'm not crazy. Oh.
Are you showing the newspaper article?
I am, woman.
Nice.
Good place even.
This is why Zoom is cool.
Oh, I could have shared screen, but it would just screw up my stream, so.
I put it in CWS.
Yeah, it's in our Discord.
Oh, I can Discord. Share.
Daystream Beleaguer, that's you. Shasta. I don't know if Quinn's still in Shasta. I thought he moved to. I don't know if I following the guy. I thought he was
hanging out with Jason all the time.
Not anymore. I don't know. There's something going on at Mount Shasta. I agree. It's an energetically dense zone. It's probably some kind
of a lot of crystals.
Probably a lot of ley line stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to this thing. I was listening to one of those Andrew Bartz's things about the internet.
Yeah.
And he was talking about. I won't get into the big story. The basic thing is that there's 3 power centers in the world. And they each have an obelisk, and they're each independent sovereign places. So it's like DC, the City of London, and the Vatican.
Yep.
And these 3 things connect in a circle of consumption and generation of karmic energy or something like that. Whatever. And all I could think of while he's talking about it is, I'm going to blow those fuckers up. What would happen if somebody blew those things up? What would happen if,
with your mind?
Cthulhu forbid there was an earthquake in Rome and they crumbled.
What's going on in the Vatican? I heard there's some shit going down over there.
I bet it involves children and erections.
Oh, I thought it was all about the snakes. The snakehead.
Well, that's what they call the kids. That's what they tell the kids. They call that meet my snake.
Mr. Snake.
No, I don't know what's going on there.
That's horrible.
All I keep hearing out of the Vatican is this guy's been arrested or is in jail for pedophilia, and this one got this one. All those bishops quit in, was it Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil? I forget where.
And then we're in a plane crash?
That is not true.
Oh, that sounds like that's mafioso shit.
That's
right
fake
there.
news?
No, that's like neon nettle fake news.
I got a question for Failed. This comes from Nish.
Nish.
Not in my truck.
She's in my chat. You saw that.
No, she talked to me in Discord. I'm not in my semi truck. This would be a sweet semi truck if it was, but
Dude,
I'm in
Black Pope Jesuit. Yeah, we know.
Double wide.
I'm in a little tiny camper.
A couple weeks ago, I remember they floated "What if I quit?" What if I quit too? Kind of from Pope Francis. Remember that? It was a month ago. There was talk of him quitting, just like Emperor Palpatine before him. I forgot his real name.
I can't believe you went there, dude. That's hilarious.
I can go there even more if you'd like.
Go where you went where?
Palpatine.
He looks like the dude from Star Wars.
I thought that was Senator Palpatine.
Oh, yeah.
Darth Sidious.
Darth Sidious.
Well, I remember reading when he first became Pope, he said he was not going to be Pope for very long.
Pope Francis?
Yes.
Jesuit's plan of destroying the Vatican hasn't finished. They haven't finished yet. They need a little more time.
Thank you, Nish. Thank you.
No, aren't they waiting for the alien invasion? They got that whole...
Well, that's what the Lucifer telescope's
for. Right, the Lucifer telescope.
They changed the name of it.
He said that he would baptize all the aliens that came down. And...
They were getting too much. That was Guy Consolmagno. That dude is a little whack.
The Pope came out and said something about it.
Pope smoked dope on a rope.
Is that where they all went to Antarctica?
Pope is on dope.
What was the latest theory that I heard about Antarctica?
Oh, I heard something. This was actually science. Science. The ice in the Arctic regions freezes and melts cyclically, and it's not any human-caused thing. Like pollution isn't making the ice caps melt; it just naturally does that. Was what this study found.
Yeah, there's articles where they said they wanted to make the ice caps melt. Like they were trying to melt them.
Weed is not legal in the Vatican.
But I'm sure it's smoked there.
Cocaine is not. It's only in the bishop's apartments off campus.
Off campus.
Or in the little prison that they're hiding out Palpatine in and back, whatever the place. I can't remember what it's called. They've got a private residence that's off the beaten path.
Ooh.
Behind the Vatican that they got this guy holed up in.
Ratzinger?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do we know he's not dead? He's probably dead.
It's his clone in there. You know, the
Has
other ones
anybody even seen him?
They saw him running around in Vegas, one of his clones.
Nice.
Pretty sure.
Probably like doing blow and...
Yeah, and kids.
Getting hookers.
Nish wants to know about the event. Have we talked about the event yet?
Which event?
It's just the AI cell phone thing.
The July 31st, 12:37 a.m. event? No.
Australia time. You gotta put Australia time.
The rainbow wave, the ascension wave. Yeah, bring it on.
Would that be like the... what's that called in the Christian philosophy?
The Rapture?
Rapture.
That's a fringe Christian belief. Like ultra fundamentalist type Christian. It's not in the Bible or anything.
That's right, because it's not mentioned in the Bible anywhere.
No. It's like snake handling, which is...
What about in Revelations?
It's not even... the word rapture is not in the Bible at all.
It is not.
That's all it talks about is... The great judgment.
The concept is something that another group came up with and incorporated into their teachings. God, I want to say it was Unitarians, but I don't think that's right.
Actually, it is mentioned about being caught up in the sky, I think, or something like that. But the actual rapture or Sal's.
God damn it.
Somebody with white hair.
It
looks like Suzanne.
No, it's not me.
It looks like the top of your head, Suzanne. With really dark eyebrows.
I have more hair like that. Come on.
I know that.
It's Martin Scorsese.
That's Martin Scorsese.
Welcome, Martin Scorsese.
All I can see is eyebrows. It's like, who is this guy?
First time, long time?
First time, long time.
Still not
Sweet,
sure.
buddy. Cyrus.
Oh, it's Cyrus. Oh. What
Did you make your bed today, Cyrus?
Hello, Suzanne.
Cyrus. Did you make your bed?
I could tell that angelic hair from a mile away.
Right. So Cyrus isn't who I thought he was. All righty.
Who do you think Cyrus was?
Nobody.
Or is?
I think I know. No, it's not.
Yes, I'm sure we'll all be here on August 1st as well.
Yes, we will.
The Lisa stuff. The Lisa stuff.
Yep, that's kind of where we were referring to. Craig was Lilu shit, but actually,
yeah,
failed.
Lilu
failed. Forensically investigated that audio tape and found some abbreviations were being pronounced by the computer voice, which would lead us to believe they were being pre-fed into the like a text-to-speech thing. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe AIs like to abbreviate the word minutes to mins, but
yeah, because it said we don't, or the exact day, or min, hour, day, year, and just like I don't think it super sophisticated AI would start abbreviating words because
right,
unless it felt it had to dumb down its message for all of us, because if it reads our text messages as the way we talk, then possibly,
it might have been trying to pronounce an emoji. Mins. There was another point in that tape, and I don't know if she had edited two tapes together or if it was something. It sounded to me initially like there was another person in the room and they were talking off mic, but the Siri was hearing it and answering both people at once. So at some point it goes, yes, 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 yes. Remember that part? And it
like it was very confused at who
like it was answering two people at once.
Yeah.
Or two different questions. Yeah, I don't know. But that could be just, I don't know.
Well, because isn't that the claim that the AI phone computer program thing only talks to her, nobody else?
And it doesn't talk live, it only types.
In that example, it was responding to somebody in the background.
Yep.
Like Jerry said. And also, Lilu is from the Fifth Element, and Lilu was the fifth element that came to save humanity. And that's pretty much the exact same thing that they're trying to go for here. So I say that they really ripped off the plot for the Fifth Element.
Oh, and Lilu is this cute chick on clipsforsale.com too.
They named her Lilu after, or whatever, Lilu after the Fifth Element movie.
Right. That was on purpose.
Failed was correct.
Oh, I didn't even know that, but that's...
Yeah, you totally called it, remember?
Well, that's what I said, is that this, yeah.
Yeah, you said it was from the Fifth Element, and the next day after I listened to it, I heard her say it was from the Fifth Element movie.
So this, this reminds me of this. I heard that interview. I don't remember who I was telling. I think I was talking to Nish about it. There was an interview on Radio Mysterioso with David Perkins, talking about cattle mutilations. Just right up your alley, Dave.
Hang on, Grenade. It's at the end of this month. The event, apparently. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, right. July 31st. We're fucked. It's gone.
Yeah. Okay.
The planet's going. We're de-resing.
The big evil planet is going to consume us.
We're going to de-res. We're going to
no, the big evil planet.
I thought we were going to 5D Earth.
We're going to 5D Earth, but we have to de-res here to re-res there, baby.
Fuck that. That's too much work.
Lots of work.
I hope they have blue plants and green skies.
Wait, you can only go if you're totally cleansed and have been, eating organic food and just
oh my god,
drinking your.
Okay, they can have all those people.
I don't know. Maybe you can go, but like your tattoos have to stay. Who knows?
Dude, what if there's no like Dunkin' Donuts or anything or Starbucks? You will die.
Oh, I'm out.
You don't have to eat on the 5D Earth. It's all optional. You don't shoot a piss.
Is brought to you by
Dunkin'
Dunkin'
don't have to shoot a piss.
Forget that.
So
we're
basically going to North Korea and we're going to become Kim Jong-un?
No, it sounds like a giant human centipede to me.
Ugh, oh, fuck centipede. That. I am not going to become a bug.
No, I think you missed the point. The human centipede. Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Just don't go there.
Don't go there. Okay, I won't go there.
Yeah, please. Anyway. God damn it, now I forgot what I was talking about.
Nish said something about sex. What? 5D sex.
Nish is feeling naughty tonight.
Nish could be in here talking naughty.
Yeah, Nish, get your butt in here.
Oh, man. I forgot what I was going to say now.
We were talking about... Ken was saying...
No. Will we find our twin flame in 5... No, you're going to find your twin flames this summer? According to these people. And then go
you know who your twin flames are? Your twin flame is the other side of you. It's like the opposite sex of you. That is your twin flame.
It doesn't have to be opposite sex.
Okay, so we're supposed to be like...
And not everybody has one.
No. You're missing my
I don't know. See, there's a bunch of rules here that we don't know, once again. So it's bullshit.
I'm talking about how we all have, we start out as men and then we become, women become women.
We start out as women in the womb.
Okay, and then we become men. That's right.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I've only had 4 kids.
Dave, don't do that again.
That's in chat.
Yeah, but it just pops up on my screen, which then gets on my stream.
Oh, my bad.
And no one in here needs that link.
It's okay.
And everyone in here can get it from clicking on the invite people link.
Well, I was putting it in there so people can send it to whoever they wanted to.
No, that's cool. I don't care. No one's going to hijack this.
No, they're not.
Famous last words, right?
Yeah.
Porn streaming on my channel any minute now.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot again.
We're talking about how,
off camera.
Oh, never mind.
No, I want to talk about it. I can't remember what you were talking about, though.
I was saying how the twin flame is the other. So we have both male and women. Like that's 2 sides of every person is a man and a woman, right?
Like a masculine, what?
And a feminine.
And a feminine aspect to your persona.
Yes.
Okay.
That is your twin. That is what a twin flame is.
So finding your twin flame would be to become whole?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's not the way people are talking about it specifically.
No, because they have it wrong.
Right. But she's getting her shit from the Galactic Federation and Ashtar and all that crap.
That's right.
That's the, excuse me.
Nice one.
Excuse me. Thanks. That's the
nice rip.
The Galactic Federation and trained, the GFEs.
Are they the ones who are doing the solar wind farts?
That was my joke, the cosmic farts.
Yes. The cosmic farts.
Tell me more about this cosmic fart theory.
The link worked.
It was
Yes, the link worked. Yay.
Hi, Nish.
I'm using my crappy, I'm not using my nice Yeti, so I don't sound all sexy, everyone.
Well, you sound great.
You still sound sexy.
I'm still getting a boner, don't worry.
I'm getting a boner.
Already, so.
Hey, Feld, you better watch out, baby.
How's it going?
I'm about ready to get on that Feld train. I'm about ready to get on that train.
I think you're going to have to fight Trish for it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Damn. I can't compare. So we're just different women altogether. So I wanted to agree with Suzanne. The whole twin flame thing is totally, we're positive and negative within one. It's already in ourselves. There is no other. It's not outside of us.
Just like God.
Well, whatever, Dorothy, you had it all the time. Click your red shoes.
That's right.
It's not like a yin and yang thing, or
Well, you could ascribe it to that. You could even look at it in like the magnetic electrical universe too, positive and negative currents within the one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just got back from having dinner with a friend of mine, so I've had a couple beers. I'm not usually on air with the beers in me. Watch out.
Go smoke some weed and come back.
Oh no, Jerry, it's so wrong. I'm gonna turn into.
You sound a little giddy.
I am. I'm gonna turn into.
That's
I can't think of her name. She used to do those shows, and she'd get drunk, and she'd be like, "Let's share our titties." Oh, I remember her name. I'm not saying it. I'll get in trouble. Jerry knows who I'm talking about, though.
Not really.
Yeah, you do. If you think about it for a minute, you know what I'm talking
I didn't hear what you said, so that's
it's all right, baby. It's all right. We should just move on.
Well, see, this is the show that I really wanted today. So I'm so glad.
Now it's been 2 hours and we're done.
Right. No, I come in, we start talking about tits and ass. All right.
There we go.
Right, Suzanne. I was like, the twin flame, we got it all along. But Suzanne was making a point, and that's why I actually wanted to join, because I was agreeing. I feel like you guys weren't getting our point.
Thank you, Nish. I appreciate
completely
that.
got our point. I totally
and then you polished it.
I published it?
You polished it.
Polished it? No.
Dude,
no.
I thought she said polished it.
Stay with me, boys. Stay with me.
No, I was just saying that that's not what people are talking about loudly about twin flames.
No, they're projecting it outward, and that's what's sad. And this is why, like, observance of like the alchemical process could do everyone good, because it's that projection factor. We always project it. We tend to project this stuff outward into the outer world, but when we have it's internally, and so this is what can go wrong with relationships. Relationships can be wonderful if you come at them from a whole perspective. You are not whole. You are whole coming into a relationship. You don't need someone else to make you whole.
Right.
So, but that's a lot of self-work to get there. In my opinion.
Right, and that's the exact thing that is removed from the recommendation of these soothsayers.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, it does behoove them to continue to talk about the projections in the outer world. And the whole like twin flame thing, they lose me immediately when we start talking about that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh Lord, because there might be good content there, and then it's like that stuff creeps in.
Well, I always thought the twin flame thing was like your soulmate type thing.
That's different.
It was Trish that asked on one of these streams that I was in, and she said, do you believe in one twin flame? And I said no, and she agreed. I think that we have, so as far as like deep love connections, deep connections with people that I'm talking about in a holistic sense, right. Some can be sexual, some can be, on different levels, that we have many loves, many great, hopefully I have at least, have had many deep relationships with people in the world that I considered on that level of twin flame. So, but they didn't make me whole. I already came to the party with my own everything.
Me too. I
totally girl. Agree. Yeah, Susan, yep. I know, that's why I popped in. I had to back up my sister.
I appreciate that.
No, I feel the same way. So.
And actually, Trisha feels the same.
But
too.
It is this world about projecting it outward. Like we should have more. There should be more dialogue about how this is an internal process, and the outer world is just serving to play that for us. It's like watching a play and seeing our internal content on. So we project that internal female or male, or if you're gay, whatever, your internal other onto someone else. And in psychological terms, like depth psychology, you actually don't, like in dating, you actually don't see that person for who they are and for at least 6 months, because you're really just dealing with what you're projecting onto them. And then that's a lot of times
what they're hiding.
Right. Well, a lot of times that's what comes through when you say, like, I don't even know you. That statement, it's like,
exactly.
Actually, you don't know that person. So,
right. Yeah.
That's really intense psychology.
But how great it is
really
to come at it. Well, I just think it's alchemy for me. But how great it is to come at it from like, I meet you as a whole person, you meet me as a whole person, we overlap and have something that wasn't there before. That's fucking fabulous. And that can be just as sacred. So the whole twin flame thing kind of like, it co-ops this idea that you're not whole, and it feeds into that whole it feeds into this kind of really black hole of self,
which is what the quintessential they, or whoever, the overlords, the whatever,
the archons,
we're all we're all broken, when that's not fucking true.
Just you guys.
Not me.
Oh, yeah, right. No, there's some that just say all women. I'm not broken either, bitch. You want to see broken? Oh, Lord, I need another beer. Honey, line me up a porter.
Nice.
I'm getting all worked up over a fail tonight. Lord have mercy, I'm on air saying this shit. Damn.
What did I do?
I know, I was going to say, failed didn't say anything.
I don't know what it's that strong silent type, Daddy.
She wants a ride, baby.
I know. I do love a big man like that. Phil's a big man. Oh, shit. I'm going to put you on pause. You hear that? I'm getting paged.
Okay. Uh-oh. She at a bowling alley? Oh, I'm just kidding. No, I know who it is.
Call girl service.
No, that's not what I...
Who carries pagers?
No, not
what?
You guys missed it.
Not the actual
Nish, pager. Your shoes are ready. Nish, aisle 9. It's your turn to bowl.
Oh, she's
It was
bowling.
a joke. It was a really bad joke.
Okay.
Sorry. No, I know who's paging her.
Because
she's being called.
Of the boss. Is this some kind of shut the fuck up, Donnie thing for me? Slap in the face from before?
More importantly, she has a pager. Where do I get a pager?
I wish I was that brilliant, Jerry, to have thought of that. But yeah, let's go. I think
we should all go bowling.
Good job.
We should all go bowling. Why not?
I would love to.
Really fun.
We're going to CryptidCon. We're going up to CryptidCon in Franklin, Kentucky, or wherever the hell it is.
CryptidCon.
In September, right?
September 8th and 9th, yeah.
Who's all going?
James, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Grimsteak, Leonidas, me, and then I've heard tale of others, but I shan't name them. I shan't.
They're not here to confirm or deny.
People will recognize their names. There'll be people there. It's a big fucking Bigfoot convention. There'll be tons. Put it this way, they have tons of tickets left, but like all the Bigfoot hunting activities they have going on, they're all sold out, and they've been sold out since the thing was announced.
I think that would be awesome to go check out.
It's terrifying.
All those guys traipsing around in the woods are never going to find a fucking Bigfoot.
I thought Bigfoot's in Oregon.
They make too much noise. No.
How many times have two guys snuck off to fuck?
Willow Creek.
Just out of curiosity, I wonder how many have ever done that. I bet it's like
unfiltered.
I bet it's more 5 or 10. 5 or 10 over 10 times. Yeah.
We were searching for Bigfoot.
Yeah, because they're bored.
That's what that means.
Sure you are.
There have been no knocks for a while. No hollers. Hey, Bobby, come here. Suck this. I don't know what goes on. I don't know. Brokeback Bigfoot. Bigfoot Mountain. I don't know what the hell's going on out there.
God. Oh, my God.
Oh, you're making Heath Ledger proud.
I'm just curious. That's all.
Oh, my God.
Compose yourself, Suzanne. Compose yourself. No.
That's so funny.
There was a great level-headed said, "Why is the mystery around Bigfoot and not the big dick?" I saw a really funny meme about that. It was like, "Why does he have a real dick or one of those lipstick dog dicks kind of things?"
One of those lipstick dog pockets. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Nobody really says like, yeah, he had a huge dick or anything.
Terrible question.
He was male.
Damn, I walked in at the right time. What are we talking about now? Lipstick dick.
I was talking about this CryptidCon we're going to.
Damn.
And this has like 15 or 20 Bigfoot expedition tours that go out throughout the convention or whatever, and they're all sold out like the day of announcement.
Holy shit.
And I was wondering, they've got all these guys out in the woods all night. I'm wondering how many of them, pair off and sneak away. I wonder.
Knock in the woods, baby.
It doesn't have to be the Bigfoot guys. Anything like that. Night watch.
Big and hairy. There could be a bear alert.
It doesn't have to be two guys either. It's two people.
I'm just saying. I'm just going with. There could be a bear alert, Daddy. Some leather and a lot of hair.
I could just see teenagers going out to fuck on those things.
Oh my goodness.
That would be a lot of work though, just go fuck in the woods.
It was like in the 90s, I think. I was going to a lot of pagan festivals, like PSG, Pagan Spirit Gathering in the Midwest. It was in Wisconsin in those days. And I'm telling, and I was not a hippie. I just made you to all know that. And and I camp like a Bedouin. I bring tents and candelabras and, it's like that style. But I was always shocked. So after like the evening ritual, which they were always really cool. It's really great stuff with a bonfire, but then the bonfire would go down and there'd be drumming and dancing, and because it's a pagan thing, lots of naked flesh, good and bad. But there's always fucking in the edges. And so the first time, my naive ass, the very first time I experienced it, I was like, holy shit, there are people fucking on the edges of the wood out here. And so I was tripping on it. I just could not understand it because it was not what I was expecting. I had like a more glamorous idea of the experience.
You built it up in your mind.
I had a different idea of the reality than the reality. So, this like the whole term, I shouldn't even say this stuff. I should just shut up. But it's, fucking in the woods at a gathering, it's justified and ancient. That's what I'm going to say.
Was it drug induced? Were there a lot of drugs?
Oh yeah, there's like pot and acid. I ended up that first trip, I got home to my boyfriend and he was going down on me, and I had contacted a tick, and it was on the rim of my bunghole, and cue the Beavis and Butthead, and
your taint.
No, it's like your asshole. Isn't that your bunghole?
Yeah.
And right there you go. But I didn't. Here's the problem. I was wiping my arse. I did not know I had something there, and so it took Benjamin getting intimate with me, and he's like, "What is this?" And it was a tick, all big and fat off of my blood. That was
my God.
Humiliating. That was worse than any gynecologist experience. Sitting in the hard light, having to work out how you get the tick out with that, getting the whole thing and not having the head stay in your flesh.
Did you use a match?
He tried everything. He tried like alcohol. He did a match and then tweezers. He tried to irritate it. I think he just ended up pulling it at one point. Ouch. But the point is, there you are in the bright light. Your ass cheeks are spread and your boyfriend's trying to get a tick off your anus. It was terrible. Like, this is the most unsexy thing ever.
God.
And that was my literal takeaway from Pagan Spirit Gathering, like 1989.
The whole tick thing is just, I don't care where it was. I don't want to tick on me.
I'm so afraid of it. I went nude like everyone else. I didn't have a problem with that. I guess they do go for folds of skin, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's where it's going to happen.
Exactly. Oh, man.
That sucks.
I'm getting eaten alive by skeeters.
Just by all those, you know, the pagans just getting at it in the woods
Did you go back?
Yeah, I went back many years. Yeah, that was like the very first time. And I just wasn't expecting that. And so it was such a shocker to me. And in my head, you know, I was thinking of like all young and beautiful flesh, right? And it's real. It's very real. Yeah. And so I wasn't prepared for that, you know, like for 70-year-olds. And I just wasn't prepared for old pagans fucking on the edge of the fire. You know, I'm seeing like really like Brett Eklund in Wicker Man dancing around the fire in her like 20-year-old body, right? You know, I have these Hollywood images. And so that was the shattering of the glass house of nude fucking in the woods.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'd say so. Is there like a different energy or something like that when there's, you know, sex to be made in the woods? Or that's a serious question. I mean, I know the woods are like mystical and, you know, there's different energies and all kinds of things happen in the woods. I'm just wondering.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Jerry, let it go.
In all honesty, with that experience, with like the rituals and stuff, like the general like pagan-y events, like Burning Man and stuff, it's actually really cool. It's a cool vibe, and so what you've got that has that heavy sexual vibe is you have drummers drumming, right, and you've got all that tribal drumming happening, big huge bonfire. Dancers dancing around the fire, and it creates definitely a charged energy effect. And you know, these people actually did go off into the recesses of where the wood met, you know, the open land where they had, you know, allowed for the fire and all this. So it was discreet in a way too, but I'm a lurker, so I always find myself on the edges. That's how I encountered everyone out there fucking. And you know, I saw a few of my friends too. I'm like, you got a wife at home. What's going on over here? and you know, I'm like, oh my God, and it's a boy. And you know, it's just like everything kind of goes at a pagan festival.
A lot of moons out that night.
It's really great, and I hope I don't paint it in a terrible light. I was a young person that just had a different idea of what it was, and then I went many years as a vendor selling jewelry and. You know, it's great experiences, but it just is. It's fun to make light of. I think that those elements, though, really are kind of sexy. The beating drums, the fire, hot summer night. You know, there's a vibe going on. You can get the gist and the freedom. And so this is what's really great is the freedom everyone had. There was every type of body, all kinds of age groups, and it was just a general, what you would think of as a pagan experience. I wasn't having that. I think I was too uppity at that time to be that free with it. I didn't mind getting naked, but I wasn't having like the just open fucking with people I didn't know, especially. I mean, I think these people had relationships. I was just brand new to the scene.
It's also safe. I mean, you don't want to do that if you don't know the person. I don't know.
I've like had this morbid fear of STDs my whole entire life. And I feel like there's no sex good enough that coming out with an STD would make it better, you know, like make it all right. Like there's no sex good enough for me in that case. So
I agree.
And so that's kept me less of a hoe. I think that because I think we all get horny, especially in, like I too have been a horny person in my life.
No way.
I know. Surprising, right? It's really shocking. And so, but the thing that did always keep me in check was that fear of like getting something funky. Like, I don't know you. Even people I knew, you know, where I don't know. What a weird thing to talk about. It's because I've had beers. I'm going to regret this.
No, you won't.
This is terrible.
It's just open discussion.
We'll destroy all the copies of it.
I know. It's just like the worst. Don't put my name on it, please.
I will not. This is definitely going to be enough.
Let it be a surprise. I'm on here. I'm hitting on failed. It's just
helmet,
unfiltered
soldier.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get failed to marry me.
Failed.
He's got to get in a
He's
spot.
got Patricia and me together. We can work this out.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Little poly family. Is it going to be a leather family? It's a leather family though.
A ginger and a blonde. I mean, come on now, right? Here we go.
Y'all make pretty babies.
What? No, ain't no baby making. Well, maybe baby trying, but ain't no babies coming out.
How about it? I heard some dude had like a baby when I think it was Hugh Hefner, right? Had some kid when he was in his 60s.
Oh, yeah, of course. If you're Hugh Hefner, you should be having him till the day you die.
But that's ridiculous.
It's totally absurd. That's what I'm saying. He was absurd, so it's absurd.
You know, I really see the whole Playboy Mansion thing as a giant brownstone operation now. Not like any kind of pleasure center.
Oh, you mean like what do you mean brownstone? Like a whorehouse?
No, like in a CIA sense of being a brownstone where every room's bugged and cameras and...
That's what I was thinking. Well, that's like the perfect setup, right? It's the pussy den. Always the pussy den is where you get the dirt.
Exactly.
Always.
And the STDs.
And the STDs.
Yeah.
Well,
and the acid snuck into your drinks.
Any good pussy den, though, has screened their people. Like, that's on the high end. They get screened.
Yeah, but when did the Playboy Mansion start? Like, in the 70s?
Oh, girl, in the 60s.
Yeah. 60s.
Yeah, okay, well, they weren't screening back then.
Yeah, but then they didn't have as much...
For...
You could get a little penicillin back then. It wasn't going to kill you.
True.
Right.
Oh, damn. Shit got dangerous later.
But
this is like danger.
If they were smart, they were bugging the rooms.
Right.
Get all the dirt, and then they can, pretty much say, hey, we got this recording of you and so, and yeah.
There was a lot of that, Dave, with all the stuff around Frank Sinatra, right, and the Rat Pack, and the Rat Pack, Jesus, and Marilyn, and when all that stuff that was like a lot of bugging going on in that scene because it involved politicians and Hollywood people.
I can see that, yeah.
I just heard somebody say that Robert Kennedy was having an affair with a dude
named Sirhan.
Oh,
Bobby Kennedy.
Really? I've never heard that.
I know. I'd never heard that either. I was like, where the fuck did this person get this information?
No, wait, man. The aliens did it, okay? They were going to disclose all of this, all of the government cover-ups of the aliens. And they were killed for it.
No way.
No way. I know.
You're so convincing, Jerry.
No, but that's a narrative.
That was a narrative for sure.
Yeah.
Well, same with the Monroe stuff. She was
right?
allegedly coming out with that she was writing a book, is what they were saying.
Right. It was on that Dr. Sala's book about how Marilyn died because JFK had told her the whole story, and she knew everything, so they had to kill her.
Right, and it was like when in the 80s, I think they were talking, it was like a syringe between the toes, and then the latest stuff I'd heard was it was actually a suppository of her booty. I've never bought the narrative. I think definitely she was suicided for sure. I've always been in that camp. I will always be in that camp. She had plans. She was constantly like it never added up for me. She was playing with dangerous people. So
yeah.
And she was super smart behind the scenes. So
hey,
yeah.
Shit happens, you know.
A woman scorned, you know. She was getting scorned by both those Kennedy brothers and having to deal with.
Yeah, but Jackie jumped right in line afterwards.
Synchro.
Oh yeah.
You guys are talking about Marilyn Monroe, and I go on to Google, and the first article is questions still surrounding Marilyn Monroe's death.
Oh wow! Is that AI or what the hell? Why would that pop up?
It's Google.
Hangouts Google for you.
Hangouts and YouTube and all this shit is under Google. So there you
go. Man, that just gives me the chills.
Quick shout out to Howie Moth and Paranormal Into the Night. Thanks for joining us, guys.
What about during the day? There's no paranormal.
What's that? I'm sorry.
So what about in the day? What about in the daytime? There's no.
Oh yeah, paranormal into the day as well. So.
Oh, okay, good.
Got to fix that. You know.
All day and all night, baby.
It's a very candid discussion, very unfiltered tonight on Beyond the Strange and the Hive.
Well, wait, is this like a dual thing? Is it the Hive and Beyond the Strange?
Yeah, it's bisexual.
Okay. Okay, so I don't feel so bad.
Both ways.
I don't feel so bad coming on talking smack like I was talking with Dixon.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. Except the one thing I'm never going to mention it. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
It's not a bad thing.
Okay. I see I'm looking at you in the eyes right now, Jerry. Oh.
Well, the glasses.
Right, reflection.
Kind of reflected the light there for a minute, so you couldn't see your eyes. We know they're there.
Probably nice and bloodshot.
You really need the eye drops there, for real.
Dude.
I don't use that shit because I'm not part of your system. I got to play that song again.
Okay, so when I was bartending, the thing was, I never did this. I just want to put this on the line. I'm not evil like this, but most of the seriously, this stuff I find.
You're evil in other ways.
Not like this. This is rude. I don't tamper with people's food and drinks and shit like that. I'm really put off by it. But one of the things some of these evil bartenders would do in Chicago was if they didn't like, for whatever reason, whoever they were serving, whomever, that rubbed them wrong, they put Visine in the drink. Have you heard this?
Oh, shit, yeah. That'll make them sick as fuck.
Yeah. It's the runs and all that. Terrible.
Oh, they'll be throwing up and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, it's terrible. And I saw that happen so many times.
But it's just saline solution.
Well, it's not just saline solution. It's not.
What else is it?
I don't know. Look it up. Visine. It's got to have some other weird carrier that causes people to projectile out their arses the next day.
Yeah, I heard about that shit. I wasn't sure if that shit really worked, but I guess I saw it happen.
Visine in your drink.
Phenolphthalein.
Anal leakage.
Oh.
Visine. Yeah. Visine is bad.
Yeah.
You put a couple drops of Visine and it's like rocket. You would Elon Musk's rocket to shame.
Yeah. I mean, for real, it's a situation. It was common practice amongst some of the bartenders that I worked with. Terrible.
Wow.
Sweet.
Terrible.
Don't leave your house. That's what my answer is.
Mine too.
Leave a big tip. Leave a big tip.
Be nice to your server. That's all I gotta say.
I got a big tip for you.
Hey.
Oh my God, Casper Parks, thank you for joining us. We are in rare form tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a situation.
It's a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like it.
But it's in a beautiful environment.
Absolutely.
Nothing funny at all about the so-called Visine prank.
No.
No. Do not do this at home.
Yeah.
All you angry spouses.
Oh no, we just gave him ideas.
Active ingredient is
No
called
kidding.
tetrabenzoline.
But you know, if you're in the food industry at one time in your life, you know a lot of this shit does happen.
Oh yeah, I've seen it all. I have seen it all.
Man. It's
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, I've seen it all in kitchens for sure. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm a nice person, so I understand that people are not slaves. And so, but I have been with people, out to eat with people that treat their service people like shit.
I hate that.
It's embarrassing as hell to be with those people. It's terrible. And then you also know that now you're affiliated with them as far as the kitchen staff is concerned.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, come on. Unless it's really super a big major fuck up, you just point it out. You don't have to be a dick about it.
You can be if you want.
Well, yeah, but at your own peril, for real.
Right.
So, I mean, it shouldn't happen. I don't care, like, what the circumstances are. People shouldn't do some of the stuff they do in kitchens. But it's human nature. We're asking too much. So it's just better to try and be nice.
But, you know, a lot of that shit can't be, they can't be doing that shit anymore too much because there's cameras everywhere.
Right. I don't know. This was, you know, this is a modern world. This is in the 90s when I was in service.
Going to say, this is the 80s for me too. I was just getting into the workforce as a pizza tossing guy.
And they didn't have the cameras then. So, I mean, it was rare. Some places did, but it was super rare. It's not like now where it's so easy. They're everywhere. It's standard. Everyone knows they're there.
Oh, I want to bring this up really quick because I don't know if all of you know, I do ride the bus to work. And it's a long... It's all, you know, ride the bus, Gus. There is cameras on the bus.
When did that happen?
I did not freaking know
years
that.
ago.
I'm serious.
They watched the drivers.
There's like a camera at the front where the driver's at, and then along the road, the aisle, there was two cameras, and they're on all the buses.
Oh my God!
They're at the bus. I mean, I thought this is what I was thinking. I'm like, well, this is kind of cool. If I really wanted to disappear, all I'd have to do is, you know, buy a bus ticket and get on the bus and take off, and nobody would even know. Bullshit. They will know because there's cameras on the bus as well.
I've spoken about this a lot. I really hate this aspect of where we're going, and the fact that modern day people and the more that are being born into the system, the more they just come in and accept it. But we've lost our privacy.
Oh man.
And this is a big deal, and it's in the name of safety. And we all know what a joke that is. It's so sad. I mean, Jesus, on the buses. I mean, you got me all. The beers. I sound ignorant, but I'm sorry. I'm so offended by this. I'm so offended by this.
I need a Canadian perspective on this failed because a lot of this shit, conspiracy theory, all that stuff that you hear, you know, it's always America that's being talked about.
It's like we're the flagship.
No, it's not as much of a shithole up there as it is here.
No, I'm not.
There's less people, so there's less to be bothered.
How many places are there that have tent cities where the homeless live?
I mean, probably Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal.
But do they?
Vancouver does. I've seen them. I lived up there.
Vancouver does. I know that.
Yeah.
Because it's a warm climate, right? But you're crazy to live in a tent in Edmonton. It's going to hit -40 eventually, and you're going to die.
Ooh, you're going to need an Arctic tent.
No, I meant that's
wood stove.
That's one difference. I mean, I think there's a lot more homeless enclaves in the States.
Yes, I think that's true.
You know, I mean, we've got to look at the system. It's not like it just happened.
No, the middle class was destroyed over the last 20 years.
Well, their checks are getting, no matter what class you are, except for unless you're at the elite, you know, we're getting embezzled by a big amount through tax, every little bit of taxation.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you turn around and your dollar's worth 60 cents. It's terrible. And everything's going up, the cost of living. Well, no, this is what everyone always says. What are you going to do about it? And nobody does anything because everyone that's comfortable is just fighting to stay comfortable. And then the other people just fall off, and that's what happens.
You're fighting for your Netflix and your 9-to-5 job. That's what they're fighting for.
it's not my dream, but it's terrible because you do see it. You do see like rents going up super high.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, the cost of it, especially out here on the West Coast, it's terrible. I've had many friends that had to leave because like Portland has outpriced most of the artists, that are out here trying to be artists and make a living from it, which ain't easy in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. No, we definitely have higher price of living also in Canada.
Here's a little more conspiracy to go along with this, guys. Have you guys heard of the UI? The universal income or something like that?
Yes.
Universal basic income, yeah.
Right. And they're testing it out here in Oakland, California.
Oh shit, I did not know this.
Dude,
Me either.
All it is rebranded fucking welfare.
Well, that's yes and no. I mean, I think there's a little bit more to it. This is what they want everyone to be on, so we can be dependent.
Yeah, no way. That's welfare.
Yeah, but people say, and the problem with that is people get on it and they don't want to lose it, and so that humans tend to accept their shackles if you keep them in a relative level of comfort. Like seriously, if it's just relatively comfortable and you make it, if it's, I mean, there's a ton of sociology around this and psychology around this that I'm clearly two bears in and not able to speak eloquently about. However, it's the truth though. People want, this is what makes government bigger. And then the bigger the government gets, the more swollen it gets, the more people that are dependent on it want it to be bigger and take care of them. And you've got this out of control monster.
And you basically you have people who are government employees and people who are not.
That's what I'm saying. But you've got to consider people getting like universal income. That's a government employee too, because you're getting paid out by the government. And so you're not going to want the government to get cut back at all. Then it's going to affect that's when it comes home for you. So, but at the same time, shouldn't we all, like, if we get sick, it shouldn't have to be a big drama. I'm like, this is where it gets complex, like healthcare, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you shouldn't have to go bankrupt trying to take care of an illness. That's what, that's fucked up.
I totally agree.
That's fucked up.
Or one of a dead relative.
There's just so much shit. It's so complex, but it seems like because of the taxation, like if we could choose where our money went and you could see where it went, like say it's on a blockchain, right? My taxes, I'm allotting, you're going to take this much from me. Well, here's where I want it to go. And you get options, right? Oh, I want the streets out here and this public health care, whatever. You get options. And you can see end to end where your money goes instead of the black hole budget that is really taking it, or those people high up that are living through the administration high on the hog that are getting a good percentage of your money that you're making.
But how are you ever going to find the proof? I mean, how are they going to show you the proof of where your money goes? Because they could just blow smoke up your ass and say, yeah, I went here.
Blockchain, if it was transparent, they couldn't.
Oh, yeah, if it was on a blockchain, sorry.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about that. And if we actually ever had a choice, so you're going to embezzle this much from me, you're going to take 40 cents out of every dollar from me as, okay, well, here's where I want this to go. And you get so many options. I'm more down with that than they're just going to take it. And then if you don't pay, of course, we all know what that means. You get fined more and then you end up in jail eventually. Oh, yeah. And tell me you're not a slave in that scenario.
Yeah.
Debtor's prison.
An ass slave for sure.
Failed had a question earlier. Failed. What was that?
He walked away, I think.
Did he walk away? Yeah, I think he had a question.
He probably went to go work out. I heard his laugh.
He already worked out.
He went to go work out.
Shower?
Hey, bring the camera.
He's not muted.
I'm terrible.
Maybe he went to get ice because he's so hot.
I've got to get my sexual harassment out. This is like my sexual harassment fucking outlet. It's awesome. It's Grimsteak and Failed. And it's mostly Grimsteak, but since Fail's here tonight.
Well, I know James was trying to get in here tonight. He had a problem with that. I don't know where Grim's at.
I know, really. Where is Steve?
Sleeping.
This is late for him now.
Sleeping. Well, it's probably our bad too. Well, not our bad, but my bad, because I was trying to do. First, I said I was going to do Hangouts with Jerry, and then
yesterday
switched it to Zoom
today,
and now we're back to Hangouts right now. So yeah, it kind of went back and forth a little bit. Plus, I totally flaked on you guys, and I'm deeply sorry about
2 days ago.
But no, I definitely want to do
Jerry's Saturn tonight.
I am teasing. I'm just teasing. I had a beer. I had a beer thing.
You had a beer.
Oh, Jerry, you did too? It's one of those nights.
Okay.
Henry's hard grape soda.
Yeah, it's one of those nights. I rarely drink.
And I got this awesome cigar thing.
I'm totally sober. I feel bad.
Nice.
I feel left out.
I haven't had a beer in months.
I'm completely sober. Yeah.
You too?
I'm completely yeah.
Hey, did you hear when I was asking if you wanted to ask that question from earlier? We were trying to.
How tight it? What question?
Oh,
I don't know.
Jerry.
Failed.
Oh, I don't know what question you're referring to.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, like, the universal basic income thing is
right.
It's welfare. You're going to pay for people to not work, to not. But what I was going to ask was, if you're going to give lots and lots and lots of people money for free, it's not free. It's going to come from somewhere.
Yep.
You're going to have to increase your taxes. You're going to have to pay more taxes so that people don't work.
Yep.
The whole system is not good.
No, it's a nightmare.
Because, like you guys say, you have a hard time living right now, and you only pay 5 or 10% taxes.
Nobody said that in here.
No, but that's like everybody's having a hard time, but the tax system in the States is low, is it not?
Taxes are about 25% of your income.
Unless you're a corporation,
No,
then it's usually like negative.
Total with sales tax.
That's your income tax. No, and then there's tax on every fucking thing. It's not just
sales tax. But okay.
It just adds up.
Yeah, there's different taxes everywhere. There's going to be more and more taxes to pay for these free programs, and you're pretty much supporting the government putting more and more people on welfare. And then eventually everybody will be on welfare, and there'll be no money to make the system work.
Right.
I don't see how it's a good.
You know what? It's a Ponzi scheme.
They'll just print more.
It's got to be.
But so who do we put the blame on, though?
The fucktards that
blame
started
anybody.
it.
Why is there a blame needed?
You just blame yourself for letting it happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an equal part in the monstrosity that we call governments these days. Even my government, your government, all these governments. We've let them get to a point.
So how do we get out?
Leave California.
No.
And go where? Canada?
California.
Find a state that won't do that shit.
Right. Well, you can come up to Washington where everything's taxed, but your income. I mean, it's just like
they want to do this throughout the whole United States. It's not just California.
Don't accept it.
Yeah, you just don't accept it. You say, fuck no, I have a job, dipshits.
Right.
Yeah, but you understand the repercussions right now. It's a thug organization. And so you don't pay, you pay to play. And that means that's life. That's life here. You pay to the best case scenario is you end up homeless and not in jail.
You have to be a contributing member to the society. You can't just take everything for free. I like Madfinger. He says the only tax should be 1% on all stock trades.
So what's the answer? Do we look at a socialist society to fix this
we must
problem?
avoid one.
Oh my goodness. I have a real issue with just being governed. I think the whole process just like screams of slavery, every aspect of it. I understand we need to come together and we need great, we need streets and we need public works that work. But we are heavily taxed and we don't even have public works that work now. So
we don't really need a large.
And you have failing infrastructure.
Right.
We pushed a lot of stuff off to the federal government that we didn't need to.
Yeah.
Or was taken away from the states.
It was taken away from the states. We didn't push it off.
And I think people don't think about this, but when they make new laws about something, you really have to think about when did you give them permission to regulate something, that particular thing for you? We set up the government. We didn't give them the permission to make plants illegal, for instance, right? Or we didn't give them permission to allow us to marry who we please. It's very precocious.
But that's where the tomfoolery comes in, is that they
took
your vote as confidence to make all these laws on your behalf, even if you vote or not. It's all about the voting system.
I get that, but I think it's been taken too far.
Definitely.
It has been taken too far. It's compartmentalizing every single aspect of your life into a tax or a fine. Everything you pay for, you pay taxes on. Anything you do wrong, you get a fine for. Everything.
It's a giant corporation that needs to keep running.
Well, that's the bottom line. It is a giant corporation.
That is the bottom line, Ish. You're right.
But the thing is, the question everyone is always asking is, how do we get out of it? How do we rearrange it? And, what do we do? What are the answers? Because we don't seem to have answers. And then when everyone's starting to act up and civil disobedience starts happening, then there's ironically and I got to give it a hand, like masterfully, everyone gets pitted against each other so that it keeps the masses from being a big, huge against the real enemy here, which is this hand over us.
Right. I think all of this is going to come to a head when the Mueller, well, especially in our country, when the Mueller investigation ceases, however it does, and whatever decision comes out, the other side is going to go apeshit. So it's
division politics. Everything is divided.
Right.
The only real answer I see is step back and let it fall.
Oh yeah.
I know it's terrible, but step back, let it fall, and we'll rebuild eventually.
It's not terrible. I welcome it. I know Suzanne does.
And that's exactly what one of the things that David Icke was talking about is don't vote.
Right.
Don't vote.
Participation on all levels.
Let it fall down.
But don't forget that you vote with your credit.
The problem.
Right.
Yeah, you vote with your money. The problem I see with the not voting thing, it's fine because not voting is a vote of non-confidence towards the government, right? But they will still elect leaders if 3 people vote.
Right.
You will still get a leader if 4 people vote.
Right. We're not certain that our election system is even legit at the moment because of all the shenanigans. At the moment. Well,
and you're
like it's ever been.
I personally, I never thought anything was ever going to be legit again after the electronic machines came out. I knew at the time what the implications were. And the way that they're designed is completely retarded. If you're a computer person, have a look at the first electronic voter machines with the memory cards and oh my god, they're hilarious. But anyway, yeah, they could totally be fucked with because it was just on a floppy disk or memory card that each person had. Whatever. But once they got rid of the ballots, once they got rid of the proof, anything could happen.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. How do we get around all that shit?
I think the first time I saw one was with Obama. Obama's first election.
Mm-hmm.
Where I let my daughter select him.
She had her own choice. But the world is at a point of no return. It's been at it for a while.
Yay.
They keep pumping the economies with money. They keep printing money out of thin air. Eventually, there won't be anything left. And it's coming pretty soon.
Well, yeah. Well, didn't you hear?
I can't tell you when or where.
Now, there's the event.
We're going children of men, right? Because the sperm counts are down all over the world by like 10% or something. And at this rate, by 2030, we'll be able to reproduce. So just go watch the movie Children of Men. You'll see our future. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but so in this kind of nihilistic view, we can't, the thing is we can't live in a state of
fear.
I mean, not fear. No, not even fear. This is beyond fear. This is like, I mean, there's always got to be a sense of another way, another path, another option. And if we look at it like through mythology, the hero's journey, if you will, there's always some way through the fuckery. And I can't believe, and y'all know how I feel about like the synchronistic universe, and that we kind of have a good say in a little bit of what's going on. And is this what we're dreaming for ourselves? I mean, can't we dream a different dream? It's a question. It's an open-ended question.
Not enough people are dreaming their own dreams.
Yeah, if you don't want the system to fail, I think replacing bad people with good intentions, and directing your positive energy to find the right people to vote for, to replace the toxic waste dump that is the government.
Oh yeah.
But that's a really slow game. Like, I don't know if we can replace all the people with good people before it fails.
Well, I'm all for it going down in flames. I think I think we should just start over at this point.
Absolutely.
I mean,
but if you're thinking,
and this is where I think
Trump about a different way, I think, that's the different way.
Not that I think Trump is a good guy in any way, but I do think he realizes that things are fucked up and is going to attempt to clean it up somewhat. Whether or not he'll be successful, I don't know. And for what purpose, I don't know. But I doubt any of the shit that everyone talks about, like baby eating and whatnot, is ever going to come out in the public.
Oh, God, no.
Or that there'll be mass arrests or any of that bullshit.
No. They won't let it.
Yeah,
none of that.
I think if it starts to come out, then they'll just...
It'll be bank fraud. It'll be bank fraud or wire fraud or money laundering or some bullshit charge. 10,000 charges of this because you're going to be, won't ever be treason.
Yeah, $10,000 fine and you're
Isn't that how they got Al Capone?
Al Capone was tax evasion.
Exactly, on tax evasion. They couldn't get him on murder or anything else.
Nope.
But they went after his taxes and they got him that way.
Well, there's always a way. There's always a way. It's just a matter of...
God finds a way.
On that note, I'm leaving y'all. This was a fun little interlude.
I think that's a good note to say goodnight.
Yeah, I think so. I gotta pass through. We have 5 hours.
I got a family meeting to go to tomorrow, and I really appreciate everyone coming out tonight and participating in this unfiltered event.
It's very the Hive. I love it.
Yeah, so
call it
again,
unfiltered.
guys.
Call it natural. Call it organic.
Organic.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Organic.
Good night, Nish. Good night, John Boy.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks.
Have a good night, everyone. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you
soon. Good night, Adelaide. Stay wasted.
Take care, everyone. Good night.